Kia ora, bros and girls, welcome back to the channel. We're back to day 5 trial of water. Now I'm sorry we didn't upload day 4, but we had a bit of difficulty recording after I finished the whole thing dropped. Needless to say, it wasn't easy. I ran into Unstoppable Jugger on the first node, and with Spite, he was just a royal pain to finish. Definitely could not do it with 4 stars. Even struggled with Star-Lord and Iceman and Corvus, all at 5-star rank 4. So yesterday was a pretty tough day. I think you would have needed the power drainer yesterday. Would have been really, really good, or someone with power control, or someone who does not rely on debuffs. But today is all about adaptation. So we got resistor buff, we've got cornered, which is going to act a little bit like Spite. We have rage, which adds a little bit of a spanner in the works because it makes them unblockable if you hit them too much. Matador, which I don't really get, and disarray. So there's a random effect. So this could be both really good and really bad. So we're gonna see how we go. I brought in Dr. Voodoo because I thought maybe they can get a lot of buffs in and we can use him. The last 2 fights I'm less concerned about, actually. Medusa I'm a little bit worried about, so I'm going to try Voodoo against Medusa. Not so much because she is... not because I can poison her, because I can't, she's poison immune, but I think being able to nullify the Furies and nullify whatever other physical resistance buff or energy resistant buffs she gets, I think that will be quite handy. And if I can nullify the Fury, then I can keep her her auto block down. So we're gonna try that. The only problem though is that cornered. But seeing as I'm not poisoning her, I'm not actually adding a debuff, and so she shouldn't be gaining that 300% power. So we're gonna see how that goes. She goes unstoppable to begin with, which is really annoying. I have to really just play very careful here and try to nullify that or wait it out. There we go, it's all gone. And now when she's got these 3, I know she's going to auto block me, so I'm going to try to either just be really careful and nullify it, or just go in with 1 hit, because then that doesn't run the auto block. And now we can get aggressive again now that the Furies are gone. Damn, she goes unstoppable again, so that's not good, but I can nullify it. There we go. And everything is gone. All the Furies, the unstoppables. So this is a pretty good. I mean, I think anyone who can nullify consistently would be good here. I also think, personally, I would love to have Symbiote Supreme today, because Symbiote Supreme would be able to just completely nullify all the physical resists, all the Furies, all the energy resists, and yeah, I mean, the only problem is the bleed. So now she's degenerating, and I don't particularly want to change anything. I just want to hold, but she throws the SP. Probably if I'm... I mean, 4-star Dr. Voodoo, 4-star rank 4, didn't do too badly there. Probably if you play better and if you concentrate a little bit, it can be done. But I quite like the fact that he was actually a good matchup against the Medusa, nullifying her there. I'm going to try Proxima, who's also 4-star rank 4. I don't have super high hopes, especially with this rage node, especially with the couple of hits that we've taken. I don't think I'm going to last too much longer, but let's see how we go. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So if we can take care of Medusa, then I think the other 2 are going to be fairly straightforward. I'm going to try Iceman here. I think Cold Snap does not count as a debuff, so perhaps we won't get that cornered issue. But yeah, I mean, I think the best options for today are going to be either people who Degen. Okay, let's just keep it there and see how much we can bleed her out. Just a sec. So she's degenerating there at a nice rate, and that's all I want to do. I just want to keep her there because the Degen's going to do much more damage over time than I'm ever going to do hitting her or cold snapping her. So as long as I don't get cornered, well, I am now, so I have to kind of push away. Hopefully she doesn't throw the special. We'll try to evade that one. All right, the Degen's back, so we'll just chill out. It's okay. We have ice armor, so the armor shatter will only take us down 5%. And hopefully, if I can get, ideally, if you can get a degen or a power lock, then that would be great because you can just stop there and just keep hitting into them. So this was working pretty well. Oh, but the degens run out. Did I throw? I must have thrown an SP1 actually. Okay. Ah, damn, I got clipped there. But that's okay. So the degen took like almost half her life out. So that was pretty good. So what I was going to say is, before that, is probably the MVPs today are going to be people who benefit from those buffs, or people who can steal buffs, or people who can nullify. Symbiote Supreme would be fantastic because he would keep the buffs nullified the entire game. And it would just become like Realm of Legends, really. You just nullify the buff and just keep hitting, evade the SP1 and get the business done that way. Voodoo would be great because you can cause a lot of duped Voodoo, by the way, because you can cause a lot of venom really quickly and you can take away the life. The downside or the catch with that is that does apply the corner thing, and so you're going to have to power manage or hit an SP2 so you can power burn or power drain. Ideally, what you want though is someone like Star-Lord or Aegon or Angela who does not rely on debuffs. Someone who can hit hard but doesn't rely on putting debuffs on the opponent so that they don't get that power gain. So Star-Lord here does the job, gets that last 30% done quite easily. And finally, the last thing is someone who could potentially perma-stun based on buffs. So I'm talking Ronin, I'm talking maybe even Gambit, who can come in here and just maybe SP1, maybe just get some physical resistance buffs up, and then potentially just SP1 and stun lock. Doesn't matter if they get to SP3, and it doesn't matter if they're cornered if they can't move the whole fight. So that would probably be the hack way. I obviously didn't know or think about this coming in, but I think it will work. So maybe next week on day 5, I'll bring in a Ronin, maybe a 3-star, or if I can manage to awaken my 4-star, maybe I can awaken my 4-star, and come in and try to stun lock. Didn't do too well there with Corvus Glaive, don't worry about that. But yeah, I think that would be a really easy strategy if you don't have someone who can hit hard like Star-Lord or Aegon or Angela. Even Starkey, I think, so long as you don't use the SP2 for shock, because that will give them power. If you just use the SP1 with stun, I think that would also work. He hits pretty hard, pretty quickly. So I'm less worried about Gwenpool and Gamora because, the SP is easy to evade. And even though my phone is a little bit weird at the moment and I'm barely evading, like, I don't know, I feel like it's like a little dirty or something. There's like a little bit of lag from what I'm trying to do and what's actually happening. My problem here is now she's gone unblockable, and that's really really nasty. So I have to try and play her as if she's stun immune. And that's... if I get clipped, it's game over. So the other thing with Rage is you want someone who can last, not do a lot of debuffs, but hit hard enough to get close to the cap, but not quite the cap. So you're talking 2.5%, and these guys are, what, 100,000 life? So you're talking someone who could do maybe 2,500, around or just under 2,500 damage a hit. Bear in mind that they have physical resistance, so your damage drops a little bit. So, I mean, with Star-Lord there, I got a fair amount without having to even worry about getting into that unblockable range and hitting the cap. But, you know, having like a low 4-star, like I think Angela would be really, really, really good because she does hit really hard. Like a 4-star Angela, she would hit pretty hard. She would get close to the 2,000 cap, but never the 2,000 cap. So you can always keep them under that Fury and under that unblockable. And she's got a little bit of regen, so she'd be able to carry you a little bit there. And I mean, she's got a bit of armor, so she can also tank a little bit. The other option is someone who can nullify, so that way it doesn't even matter if you have like a high level Dr. Voodoo, he is going to destroy this. If you have like a 5-star rank 4 dupe Dr. Voodoo, you just come in here, do as much damage as you can. If they get 4 Furies, you just nullify the Furies along with the physical resistance. Get them the Venom. You know, you do that probably 2-3 times and the fight is over, right? So either you nullify that and then don't have to worry about Rage, or you stay behind, or you stay underneath the Rage benefit, or you just stun lock them to death. Those would be my 3 strategies. But in comparison to other days, I think today is a lot easier. So far it has been anyway. I mean, Medusa was a little bit tough, but Medusa is always a little bit tough. Ooh, she got unstoppable death. Wasn't paying attention there. Yeah, I'm gonna revive Star-Lord. I'm gonna go again. Yeah, Medusa was really was a little bit tough. She always is because she has got that the auto block. She's got the Furies. She hits like a beast, and she's got the physical resistance, so it makes her hard as well, because you only have a small window when she doesn't have the auto block, so you can get in there and do damage, and then the rest of the time you're on the defensive. Yeah, see, corner just did me there. So I'm kind of losing my rhythm here a little bit. Not really playing as well as I would like on the last one. Probably just babbling too much, but we'll revive again. In theory, though, I mean, if I focus well, I probably would do really well against Gamora. But talking about Medusa is quite tough because you've got a defensive phase and an offensive phase. When she's building up her Furies, you can go in there and you can go at her and you can hit. And then when she's got the 3 Furies, you really can't go in there because you're going to get stuck with auto block and she's going to smash your face out. So you have to just hang around, parry, hit her once, hang around, parry, maybe give her an SP. Oh, I got clipped again with the SP2, man. I'm not able to evade at all this fight. I swiped back. Might need to give the phone the old clean, or maybe my timing is just off. I did only just wake up here in New Zealand, so maybe I just need a coffee or something. But yeah, ideally, also if you get a little bit lucky with the the random buff/debuff, then that's fantastic. Unstoppable is not one you want. Bleed is okay, so I might let her just bleed out, although I'm also bleeding out, which really hurts, but she's bleeding out a lot more than I am. and I'm at least regenerating some of that. And again, I get clipped with her SP2. What is going on there? Great, and now I'm lagging. So this sucks. I'm out of units. I'm gonna have to pop some of my crystals, some of my battle chip crystals, arena crystals is what they're called. Can we get some units out of this one? Nope. How about, should we open a couple? No, let's just open one. See, I only need like 15 units. That's exactly what I need. All right, let's head back and maybe this time actually try to focus. Okay, less talking, more focusing. We'll talk at the end. Should I get Voodoo? No, I think Star-Lord. She's only 40%, so I should just be able to quickly out DPS her before she can do anything. Okay, concentrate, focus. I got Unstoppable, nice. So stop, get in there again. Stop, get in there again. I love Unstoppable, it's fantastic. Get in there. Alright, we'll run away from that. Yeah, there you go, see? Listen to me when I evade. Now she's got Cruelty, which will hurt, but Armor Break is helping me out. I might not push her to her. Oh no, Degen, come on. There we go. I've still got Degen. She's got Bleed. Oh, her Bleed actually really hurts. Fantastic. Okay, alright. Alright, you take the SB. Now I've got Fury. Fantastic. Alright, I think now that we're focusing and not babbling, I think we're going to get her, boys and girls. Now she's got to dance away. Her SP2 is definitely going to... Oh no. There we go. Damn, that was lucky I pushed her to her SP3. She could have had me again for one more revive. So yeah, that's it. That's A5. Thank you for watching. I got my ass handed to me yesterday, but I will do another one next week for that. So once again, strategy for this: get someone who can nullify, or get someone who can stun lock, or get someone who can hit hard. Well, not too hard because you got to stay under the rage limit, but who can hit hard but stay under the rage limit and does not rely on debuffs. Star-Lord, Angela, maybe even Hela, or a Dr. Voodoo, or Symbiote Supreme, or a Ronin and Gambit, and just stun lock. That's what I reckon probably the best strategy for today is. But yeah, I hope this helped you out. If it did, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Do follow us. I'm going to be bringing the next couple of days as well, and you're going to get a first-hand look at how we go in day 7. I might not do a 4-star challenge for day 7 because judging by the difficulties here, that might be a bit of a push. But I'm going to try to do another 4-star experiment tomorrow. And yeah, let's see how we go. All right, boys and girls, kakite ano.